What's up, guys? Chaz and Charlie, and today we are back on our walk. Last week I was in the car. It was bad weather all last Friday. Guess we were getting the last, the outskirts effect of Helen. But back a nice Friday out here. And today we're going to discuss, what if I quit weed but I'm not sober? Because there is a movement out here. Not a movement, I'm saying, when you have battle with addiction, even from one substance, you may just try to eliminate all substances. That's definitely a thing I know in AA. When they're trying to quit alcohol, although some alcoholics do replace it with weed, they say it's best to not, have another substance, because you just get addicted and may lead you back into the alcohol or what you like in the first place. But what if you're trying to quit weed, but you're not sober? You still do other things. So I would fall in this category. I'm not. There's some people in the niche that may, say you should cut out everything. Shouldn't drink. Shouldn't smoke weed. Shouldn't do drugs. Shouldn't do caffeine, energy drinks, coffee, porn. Okay, whereas, I don't think things like, I don't think we should be addicted to any of these things, but I don't believe necessarily you have to cut out everything because you have an addiction to one thing, because different things have effects on different people. Of course, it's the argument that which is worse, alcohol or weed. So people use justifications to not quit weed because they say, well, I could be drinking, and drinking is worse. I'm sorry, guys. You may have heard me complain about this, before many times. I just don't understand why dogs shit when they walk. Charlie has been outside for an hour and a half before we started our walk. Why didn't you shit before we started our walk? Also, Charlie is 9 years old. Like, at this point, he's approaching being a senior citizen dog. Like, it gets on my nerves. Anyway, so things affect people. Different things affect people differently. Some people can smoke weed and it's not a big deal. They can smoke it every now and then and it not lead to being an everyday thing. Some people, like myself, can have a drink every now and then and it's not going to lead to me drinking every day. Like at some point, well, in the next week or so, we're going on vacation. And on vacation, I drink every day. But by the end of each vacation, like the last day, I'm kind of just drinking just because I can and I'm off and it's a vacation. But I'm kind of like tired of drinking by the sixth day. And I just could not drink every day. I just don't find drinking. Eventually you get sick and it messes with your stomach and make you, I don't know. I couldn't, I guess, be a alcoholic, I suppose, because eventually I just want to stop. But weed is different. Some people say, well, weed isn't addictive, just quit. That's the same thing you could say with alcohol or with drugs. They'll say, well, no, those things are physically addictive. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, you might get sick, but you still have to just quit when it all boils down, whether it's alcohol, whether it's weed. But certain things have different effects on people. I can't smoke weed once a week or once a month. It'll be like that for a short period of time. Then I'll say, well, I'm smoking once a week. I'll just smoke every other day. It'll go from every other day to every day. Once every day, I'll start to get used to the amount and start saying, well, I need to smoke 2 blunts a day, and it's a spiral for me. I would like to be a person that can just enjoy weed actually I can now. I haven't tried since I quit, but I do think I'm in the position to where, and I'll let you guys know when I cross that bridge and I, smoke one day. I will be transparent and let you know how it goes. But I feel like I could smoke once for a celebration and be okay and not go back. But as far as smoking weed once a month, I couldn't do that because it'll slowly turn into once a week. And like I said, the cycle continues, and I'm sure it's like that with some people with alcohol. So I'm a boring person because I'm approaching 40 and I have 3 children and I'm old, so I don't live an exciting life. But I'm not with this whole straight edge thing either. Straight edge, and this is a side rant, I don't understand straight edge side because usually those people have a lot of tattoos, and it's I want to look like I'm doing drugs or drinking, but I don't. What's the point? If I'm gonna tap my whole body up, what's the harm in having a drink every night? I don't know, maybe you just want to fall into addiction because maybe your family had issues with addiction, so, different strokes, different folks, but, I'm not this, don't do anything, don't drink coffee, don't drink this. I'm not even saying don't smoke weed, but if you have a weed addiction problem, maybe you ought to fix it. Maybe you shouldn't smoke for at least a year to reset your system and not be addicted, because we shouldn't be addicted to anything that we don't need. Point blank. So I'm not like this, just live a straight laced life. I understand times are hard. You may have a rough week. You may want to celebrate, and you may want to have a drink. You may want to smoke a joint. I'm not a prude. Anybody that tells me they don't drink coffee or they don't drink, I don't know, I have to side eye them. I'm sorry. And usually people who say that are usually sexually promiscuous. I'm not judging everybody in that category. I'm not. But I watch people who say they don't drink coffee. Your life sucks. Anyway. But if you have an issue with alcohol, then of course you need to quit. And even with alcohol, from my observation, maybe you shouldn't drink at all if you have an issue with alcoholism. But just because you have an issue with one thing don't mean you have to cut out the other. So me personally, I don't live this straight edge life. I still have, like I said, I have date nights with my wife. We have drinks. I go on vacation. I have drinks. I still drink on a weekly to bi-weekly basis. Once a day, usually. Once, I'm not drinking multiple days throughout the week. But like I said, who wants to do that? Too much liquor makes you sick. Who wants to be sick? I can smoke weed all day, every day, and not be sick. I can imagine waking up with a drink. That I can comfortably wait to the end of my day to have whatever drink I'm going to have. When I was smoking weed, that was not the case. I started smoking from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. So I personally had a problem with weed itself. So I don't think we should feel compelled. If you want to still have an energy drink, if you want to still have a cocktail, and you don't have an issue with that, have a cocktail. Have some coffee. I don't know why. First of all, coffee is not the same thing. I hate people say, well, caffeine is addictive. No, it's coffee. Get a grip. But if you don't have an issue with a certain substance, excuse me, guys, and this dog is off his fucking leash. People in there. I started to say something that may get me canceled, but hold on, guys. But yeah, don't make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal for you. You can recognize you have an issue with a certain substance and not just rule anything out. Now, you know yourself better than I do, so maybe if you don't cut out everything, maybe you're a person that feels like if I have an issue with weed and I continue to drink, eventually I associate getting drunk with weed. So eventually, if I get drunk enough or drink enough liquor, that'll make me want to actually go back to weed, and I'll be back addicted. I can't. If that's your case, if that's you, okay, maybe you should cut everything out. But for me, that wasn't an issue. Liquor doesn't make me want weed. I like weed strictly by itself, and my control is very weak with weed. Like I said, if you know yourself and what you're capable of and what's a trigger or issue with you. So don't make life harder than what it has to be. You may want to, I'm not against you, having a breather, taking the edge off, celebrating. Like I said, if we go out with you, like if I go out with you, I'm sorry, for me to like you, I want you to at least drink. You have to drink coffee or have a drink. I'm sorry. Or you can smoke weed. I'm not a prude. I'm like, oh, I can't be around you. You're smoking or you're drinking. I know I have a weed addiction problem, so I need to stop. And I made this channel to help people who may be going through this similar thing. But like, I'm an adult. I'm not. I can take it. And like I said, I'm not. I think if you don't do anything, you're a prude. I'm sorry. Maybe this is coming off hypocritical. Some people say, well, you're promoting drinking. I'm not promoting drinking. I'm saying you know yourself. You know what your trigger is. You know your limits. You know what you are addicted to. So handle your life. Handle your vices accordingly. So guys, that was just a brief video. I'm going to hop on here and discuss with you guys. What do you feel? Do you feel like you should cut everything out if you quit one thing? If you drink, should you just cut out weed? Too, if you smoke, should you cut out liquor too? Coffee, everything? What do you think? Maybe you're a person that has to cut out everything to level yourself out. Or maybe you're like me and say, it's not a big deal. If you want to drink every now and then, have a drink. Now, if you have a problem with getting addicted to, if you think you have an issue with you replacing your addiction to weed with an addiction to liquor, then yeah, that's a different thing. But you don't have to just cut it out and say, I won't have a drink ever, because unless you just don't want to drink. I mean, maybe liquor is just not your thing at all. I know some people who smoke weed who just don't like to drink. But yeah, so hop off here, guys. Like I said, comment below, like, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, we are all in this together. Peace.
Midnight sun got the cap pulled down. Country road singing in this uptown town. 808s busting through the heart of the street. Ready for a shift, no more smoking that sweet. Crack of dawn and we're done with the haze. No more lost nights in the purple days. Guitar strums, beats heavy on my chest. Gonna find my way, give this life my best. Yo, I'm done with the green, taking back my life. Breaking that chain, no rolling that dice. In the club under neon lights, I thrive. 808s pumping, country soul, I'm alive. Gravel paths meet with city streets. Folk tunes twisted with those hip-hop beats. No more clouds, now my mind is clear. Staring at the future, ain't no looking in the rear. Got that old guitar, strumming true. Mix it with the bass and a beatbox crew. Friends saying why, but I got my own rhyme. Taking back control, one day at a time. Left that old life, in a smoky haze. Now I'm in the groove with these fresh new days. Two-stepping forward, ain't a trace of doubt. Club lights flashing as I shout it out. Yo, I'm done with the green, taking back my life. Breaking that chain, no rolling that dice. In the club under neon lights, I thrive. 808s pumping, country soul, I'm alive. Yo, I'm done with the green, taking back my life. Breaking that chain, no rolling that dice. In the club under neon lights, I thrive. 808s pumping, country soul, I'm alive.